Hey everybody, I'm Sean Mullen and welcome to my show. My goal here is to take some popular effect shots that you see on TV and in the movies, and to pull back the curtain and show you how to create them right in your own edit bay. So get ready. This is SuiteFX. Attention to detail is crucial, especially in the world of visual effects. Reactive lighting is a little detail that goes a long way in helping you sell your effect shots. It's usually referred to as a secondary effect, but it should be number one on your list of things to include in your work. Reactive lighting is a detail that's so often overlooked. It's basically recreating the light that is being emitted from a source and making it fall on objects in the scene. Let's take a quick look at the lightsaber comp in my show open. The lightsaber itself is the obvious effect here, but it's the additional glow on my face, hands, and back that help place the lightsaber in the shot. As you see, without the reactive lighting, this is just a glow layer on top of video. Now when we add the supporting layers, the lightsaber looks as if it's emitting light all around the scene. Now that we've gotten a glimpse of what a secondary effect like reactive lighting can do for a scene, let's jump into After Effects and get started. Alright, I have my mad scientist here, and the shot just screams for some electricity. In addition to the main electric layers, I'm going to add reactive lighting on his body and a reflection in his glasses to help sell the effect. The first layer is my base layer, just the scientist doing his thing. Next, I will add our electricity. After Effects has a pretty cool lightning generator that will do the trick. First, I will create a black solid and then go to Effect, Generate Lightning. Now I will dial in the settings that I want. Set the segments to 10. This specifies the number of segments that form the main bolt. The amplitude to 15. This sets the size of the undulations of the bolt. The detail to 8, and the amplitude to 0.2. This quite literally sets the amount of visual detail that is added to the bolt and its branches. Time to animate the start and end points. Alright, now that I've added our effect to the Mad Scientist shot, it looks pretty good. But as cool as it is, it just doesn't seem to blend very well into the scene. This is where our secondary effect or reactive lighting will come into play, and we'll add a reactive light on his body and in his glasses to help sell the shot. Let's start with his glasses. First we need to duplicate the scientist layer. Then we need to roto out his glasses, one circle matte for each lens. Because he is moving his head so much, we'll have to roto every frame. It's tedious, but trust me, it's worth it. For more on rotoscoping, check out SuiteFX episode The Roto Route in the DJ TV archives. To finish this out, I'm going to add a 4-pixel feather to the masks so our matte won't be so harsh. Now I will duplicate the electricity layer, scale it down a bit, and place it on top of the scientist's glasses. I've added a fast blur. Under the effects menu, go to Blur, Fast Blur, and set it to 15 to soften our element and give it a more reflective feel. I'll make sure the electricity layer is beneath the glasses layer in the timeline and set the track matte to alpha. I'll set the transfer mode to add, which essentially gives it a brighter glow. Transfer modes or blending modes control how each layer blends with the layers beneath it. By setting the mode to add, I've basically brightened the white values while ignoring the black values. For more info on transfer modes, check out Cutting Class episode 107, Blending Bliss in the DJ TV archives. Let's roll it back and take a look at our comp so far. Now that I've added a reflection into his glasses, you can start to see how secondary effects help place the main element into the scene. Time to add some more. Duplicate the scientist layer, I'll call it the body layer, and create a big mask covering the whole body like this. Add a feather of 90 pixels, and set the transfer mode to add. Now set a few opacity keyframes throughout the timeline on this layer. Underneath the window menu, open the wiggler and highlight the opacity keyframes. The wiggler adds randomness to any property over time. Increase the frequency, which sets the number of keyframes per second After Effects adds to the selection. Increase the magnitude, which sets the maximum size of the deviations. Now hit apply. This gives the reactive light a random flicker effect that matches the frenetic energy of our electricity. Duplicate the body layer, rename it, and change the mask to cover his torso, from above the waist to the middle of his face. I've changed the feather amount to 50 because the mask is considerably smaller on this layer. Duplicate this layer 2 more times, and change the masks, one for the left arm and one for the right. If I solo just the reactive light layers, we will see the scientist flicker at varying opacities throughout his body. Now let's turn on all the layers and check out our comp. As you can see, the supporting or secondary effects help sell our initial electricity effect. Let's go over the comp one more time. First, I added the electricity. Then I added a reflection in his glasses by creating mats and using a track mat. Finally, I created feathered mats around his body and animated the opacity. Let's roll it back and take a look at the final comp. Little details like reactive lighting will take your effects efforts up to a whole new level, so don't overlook such an important detail. Now that you know how reactive lighting can help, let's take this technique even further and create a cool action scene. Okay, first off we need our scene. And in this case it happens to be a little battle sequence between two kids with superhuman powers. On one side we have Combusto, the Prince of Fire, and on the other side, Aqua, the Ice Princess of the Frozen Forest. To beef up our scene, we'll add the same type of lightning effects that we added to our Mad Scientist. We'll make one red and the other blue. To enhance the effects and make them seem more real, we'll apply some reactive lighting until we end up with As you can see, the effects you aren't paying attention to are the ones that make the shot happen. This technique applies to all effect shots where a source of light is involved. Whether it's electricity, fire, muzzle flashes, or explosions, secondary effects are an important and necessary step to creating believable visual effects. So remember, the next time you're looking for some sweet effects, look no further than the suite you already have. Thanks for watching.